Lovely viewers, what if I told you that one of the most shocking, heart-stopping, and emotional moments in Korean entertainment history just unfolded? Yes, this is not a rumor, not a scripted drama plot, but something happening in real life. Song Joong-ki's family, in a gesture that has left the world gasping, was seen kneeling before Song Hye Kyo, pleading with her to take him back. Can you even begin to imagine the emotions, the tension, the tears, and the storm of reactions that followed? Sit back, relax, and let's journey through every detail of this story together, because what happened here is not just about two people. It's about love, heartbreak, pride, reconciliation, and the entire world watching with bated breath. It all began with whispers in the entertainment industry. Rumors spread like wildfire that Song Joong-ki had been longing for reconciliation, and that despite moving forward with his career and life, a part of him had never truly let go of Song Hye Kyo. Fans speculated, reporters dug, and social media became a buzzing hive of speculation. But no one, absolutely no one, expected what happened next. Song Joong-ki's own family, including his parents and siblings, decided to take matters into their own hands. They didn't just reach out privately, they made a bold, deeply emotional statement by physically showing their remorse and desperation. They kneeled before Song Hye Kyo in a moment that has since become etched into everyone's memory. Now imagine the scene, lovely viewers. A quiet, private meeting arranged away from flashing cameras, but somehow still witnessed by enough people to shake the entire industry. Song Hye Kyo arrives gracefully, carrying the poise and elegance that has defined her for years. Her expression is calm, controlled, but beneath it, you can tell there's a storm of emotions. She sits, dignified, while Song Joong-ki's family approaches her. And then, in a shocking moment, they lower themselves to their knees. Gasps fill the room, tears are instantly shed, and the air grows heavy with emotion. Song Joong-ki's mother, voice trembling, reportedly said, "Please forgive him. Please come back into his life. We know mistakes were made, but we cannot stand by and watch him live with this emptiness any longer. He loves you. He has always loved you. And as his family, we beg you to consider giving him another chance." Can you imagine hearing those words? For Song Hye Kyo, who has endured so much in the public eye, the divorce, the endless gossip, the constant comparisons, this moment must have felt like an earthquake shaking her very soul. The fans who caught wind of this encounter have been torn apart with emotions. Some cry out in support saying, "Yes, take him back. You were always meant to be together." Others are more cautious, reminding her of the pain she endured before, typing comments like, "Be careful, Uni, don't let history repeat itself." And then, there are those who are simply stunned, not knowing what to feel, watching the drama of real life unfold before them like the most emotional K-drama ever written. Lovely viewers, this isn't just about love between two people. It's about cultural symbolism. In Korean tradition, kneeling is not a casual act. It is a profound gesture of humility, respect, and repentance. For Song Joong-ki's family to kneel before Song Hye Kyo, it shows the gravity of their sincerity. This was not a staged scene for cameras, not a publicity stunt. It was the rawest expression of regret and longing that could possibly be shown. They weren't just asking her to take him back. They were admitting with their entire beings that he is incomplete without her, and that they too are incomplete without her and their family. And what about Song Joong-ki himself? Reports suggest he was present, but too overwhelmed to speak at first. Witnesses describe him as holding back tears, clenching his fists, unable to look directly at Song Hye Kyo in those first few moments. It was as though he had rehearsed what he might say for months, yet when the moment came, his voice betrayed him. Finally, he is said to have spoken, his voice soft, breaking the silence. "I never stopped loving you. I thought I could move on, but I was wrong. I hurt you and I hurt myself in the process. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I hope you can see that my love has never wavered." Lovely viewers, can you even begin to process the weight of those words? Imagine being Song Hye Kyo in that moment. Every memory of their past together must have come rushing back. The smiles, the laughter, the struggles, the heartbreak. Every moment of pain, every sleepless night after the divorce, every rumor she endured alone. It all collided with the sight of the man she once called her husband kneeling before her family by his side. What would you do in her place? Would you open your heart once more? Or would you guard it with the walls built from past wounds? Social media, of course, is ablaze. Hashtags like hashtag #SongSongReunion, hashtag Kneel for Love, and hashtag Please Take Him Back are trending worldwide. Fans are writing heartfelt messages like, True love always finds a way. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Yet others are raising their voices in caution, reminding the world that love isn't just about grand gestures. It's about trust, consistency, and healing. The debate is intense, but one thing is certain. Everyone is watching, waiting, desperate to know what Song Hye Kyo's response will be. Now let's talk about her silence, lovely viewers. Because in that moment, she didn't speak immediately. She listened. She watched. She absorbed the pain, the sincerity, the vulnerability on display before her. And though she didn't give an answer right away, her eyes told a story. Those who were present claim they saw tears glistening, not falling, but threatening to break free. That restraint, that ability to remain calm and composed in such an emotionally charged moment, only reminded the world of the strength that has carried her through years of challenges. The entertainment industry is already buzzing with speculation. Some insiders claim that this moment may open the door to reconciliation. Others suggest that Song Hye Kyo may remain firm, valuing her independence and her new chapter of life. But no matter what she decides, this act by Song Joong Ki's family has already changed everything. It has redefined the narrative. No longer is this just a story of two stars who divorced. It has become a story of families, of humility, of second chances, and of the entire nation's heart caught in the balance. Fans outside the venue reportedly wept when they heard the news. Some even lit candles in solidarity, as if willing the universe to bring these two back together. International fans are staying up all night, refreshing news sites, waiting for updates, unable to sleep because they feel they are part of this journey. Isn't that the power of love stories like this, lovely viewers? They make us believe, they make us ache, they make us hope. So what happens now? That is the question that lingers in the air. Will Song Hye Kyo forgive? Will she allow herself to step back into the arms of the man who once promised her forever? Will this kneeling moment be the spark that reignites the Song couple? Or will it remain as a poignant gesture remembered by history as love's most desperate attempt? Lovely viewers, as we dive deeper, I want you to imagine yourself standing in that room, watching this unfold. How would you react to seeing one of the most beloved families in Korea kneel before a woman whose strength and grace you admire? Would your heart melt instantly? Or would you hold back, protecting yourself from potential hurt? Because that's exactly the choice Song Hye Kyo is faced with. A choice that is as much about her own healing as it is about love. And let's not forget the wider implications. If she takes him back, it won't just be about two people. It will be a cultural earthquake. It will rewrite headlines, reshape fan communities, and even redefine how the entertainment industry views love and forgiveness. Their reunion would become a symbol of resilience, of love's power to endure even the hardest storms. And if she doesn't take him back, it will still be remembered as one of the most heartbreaking and powerful moments in Korean entertainment history. A family on their knees, a man in tears, and a woman holding the power to decide their fate. Lovely viewers, we have only scratched the surface, and I know your hearts are already pounding. In the next part, we'll journey even deeper, through the aftermath, the global reactions, the whispers of insiders, and the possibilities of what this could mean for Song Hye Kyo, Song Joong Ki, and their intertwined destinies. This isn't just a story to watch. It's a story to feel, to debate, and to carry with us as we ask ourselves, what would we do if love came knocking again, kneeling before us, begging for a second chance? The silence following Song Joong Ki's family kneeling for Song Hye Kyo was not just silence. It was thunderous. It echoed through the industry, through the hearts of fans, and across international borders where millions watched and read about it with their jaws dropped. That silence carried questions, fears, hopes, and dreams all at once. It was the kind of silence that history remembers, the kind that can either birth reconciliation or cement heartbreak forever. In the hours that followed, insiders began leaking little details. Some said Song Hye Kyo left the room without saying a word, her eyes wet with unshed tears. Others claim she bowed respectfully to the family, acknowledging their gesture, before quietly retreating. What everyone agrees on, however, is that she did not dismiss them coldly. Her demeanor wasn't one of anger or rejection. It was one of contemplation. That in itself sent waves of speculation. Was she considering it? Was her heart softening? Was she shaken enough to reopen a door she had firmly closed? Meanwhile, Song Joong Ki's family was seen still kneeling long after she had departed, praying softly, some even sobbing into their hands. Witnesses said the sincerity was undeniable. It wasn't for show, it wasn't for the cameras. It was a family laying their pride at the feet of the woman they wished to welcome back. And let's not forget, lovely viewers, that this isn't just about love for Joong. For the family, Song Hye Kyo was once their daughter, their sister, their beloved. Losing her wasn't just losing a marriage. It was losing someone who had woven herself into the very fabric of their lives. As news spread, celebrities began subtly reacting. Some posted cryptic messages on their social media. One actress, who is known to be close to Hye Kyo, wrote, "Sometimes the heart knows the truth before the mind can accept it." Another star, long associated with Joong, simply posted an image of clasped hands with the caption, "Prayers." These small gestures may not seem like much, but to fans they were hints. Hints that the industry itself is holding its breath, watching the saga unfold in real time. And fans, oh lovely viewers, the fans are divided yet deeply emotional. Those who once shipped the Song couple are elated beyond words. They post throwback clips of their wedding, of descendants of the sun moments, of interviews where the pair exchanged shy glances and secret smiles. They say things like, "This is destiny giving them another chance," or "True love can't be erased by time." On the other hand, there are fans fiercely protective of Song Hye Kyo. They remind the world of the pain she endured, urging her to be cautious. "Uni, don't let history repeat itself," they plead. "You deserve peace, not turmoil." But perhaps the most moving reactions come from ordinary people who see themselves in this story. Comments flood the internet saying, "I went through divorce and this gives me hope," or "Sometimes forgiveness heals more than we expect." The kneeling moment has become more than celebrity news. It's become a mirror for people's own lives, their own relationships, their own wounds and hopes for second chances. Lovely viewers, imagine being Song Hye Kyo in the days after this. Every move she makes, every expression on her face is analyzed. If she smiles in public, people wonder, is it because of Joong? If she looks serious, people speculate, is she struggling with the weight of the decision? Reporters camp outside her home. Fans send letters begging her to forgive, and her management is flooded with calls asking for statements. But she stays silent. That silence is her shield, her power, her way of reminding the world that while this story involves millions of eyes, the decision is hers alone. Meanwhile, Song Joong himself is caught in the storm of attention. In his first public appearance after the kneeling incident, he looked visibly thinner, his eyes swollen, as though sleep had been a stranger to him. When asked by reporters about Hye Kyo, he simply bowed and said, "Please respect her decision. That's all I ask." The humility in his tone, so different from the confident star the world is used to, only fueled the public's emotions further. Some wept seeing him so vulnerable, others hardened, saying, "It's too late for tears." Lovely viewers, here's the question lingering in every heart. What happens next? Will Song Hye Kyo agree to meet Joong privately to talk? Will she allow herself to heal alongside him? Or will she decide her healing lies in moving forward alone? The kneeling moment has created a cliffhanger so intense that it feels like the end of a drama episode. Except this isn't scripted, and the next episode hasn't been written yet. And let's not overlook the symbolic power of this gesture. In a world where celebrities often protect their pride and image above all, Song Joong-ki's family chose vulnerability. They chose to kneel, to beg, to risk humiliation, all for love. That is a lesson in itself. A reminder that sometimes in love and in life, pride must be set aside if you truly want to mend what was broken. The industry, the fans, and perhaps even fate itself now await Song Hye Kyo's choice. Will this be remembered as the start of the greatest reconciliation story in Korean entertainment history, or as the most heartbreaking plea ever made in vain? That is what makes this moment so gripping. It could go either way, and whichever path she chooses will define not only her story with Joong but also how love is remembered by millions watching around the globe. Lovely viewers, as I leave you with these thoughts, I ask you this. If love came back to you in its most vulnerable form on its knees, would you take it back or would you turn away? That's the very question Song Hye Kyo faces today, and the world is waiting for her answer. When the family knelt, it wasn't just an action of desperation. It was a symbol of surrender, of humility, of years of unresolved emotions crashing down in one single moment. The tears flowing down their faces were not just for Joong, but also for Hye Kyo, for the regret they held onto for so long, and for the mistakes they wished they could erase. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Hye Kyo didn't immediately rush to give them an answer. She stood frozen, her hands clasped tightly in front of her, her eyes glistening with tears, but her lips sealed shut. The silence in the room was so heavy that every viewer, every fan, every bystander could almost hear their own heartbeat. The cameras capturing the moment zoomed in on her trembling expression, and within seconds, social media exploded with screenshots, people asking, will she forgive them? Will she take him back? Some fans started speculating that perhaps this kneeling was orchestrated by Joong's family, not only out of love for their son but also as a way of easing the guilt they carried. They were ready to sacrifice their pride, their reputation, their dignity in front of the world, just for the possibility that Hye Kyo would soften her heart. Imagine, viewers. When has an A-list family ever done something so dramatic, so public, so emotionally raw? It's not just news anymore, it feels like history in the making. Hye Kyo finally spoke after what felt like an eternity. Her voice shaky but firm. Do you know, she said slowly, how many nights I cried because of the silence, because of the absence, because I felt abandoned in love? Her words cut through the air like a sharp knife, leaving everyone breathless. And as those words echoed, Joong's mother clasped her hands tighter together, begging with her whole body language. Fans watching live streams commented things like, "This is the most painful and beautiful scene I've ever witnessed. And this is not just entertainment, this is a real-life drama unfolding before our eyes." Lovely viewers, imagine being in Hye Kyo's shoes right there. The power of having the family who once stood against you now kneeling at your feet. The emotions swirling, love, betrayal, heartbreak, compassion, nostalgia, all at war in her heart. Should she take the path of forgiveness and give love another chance, or should she protect her heart, wary of repeating the pain of the past? And then, as if the universe wanted to turn the intensity up even higher, Joong himself appeared. Yes, you heard that right. He entered the room while his family was still on their knees. The audience watching gasped collectively. His face was pale, his eyes glassy with unspilled tears, and the weight of the situation pressed visibly on his shoulders. He didn't say anything at first. He just looked at Hye Kyo, looked at his kneeling family, and then lowered his head in shame. Fans online screamed, typing in all caps, "He's finally here. And please listen to him." Joong finally spoke, his voice low but clear. "I never deserved you, Hye Kyo. And yet, every day without you has been emptier than I can describe. I don't ask you to forgive me today. I only ask, give me a chance to try again." And those words struck like lightning. The comments section of the live feed went insane, some crying emojis flooding the screen, others typing, "We're not okay right now. And this is love at its most raw." Hye Kyo's reaction was indescribable. Her eyes filled with tears again, and she turned away briefly, as if trying to compose herself. Her silence left fans hanging in unbearable suspense, making the moment stretch endlessly. Should she open her heart once again, knowing the risk? Or should she walk away, choosing peace over unpredictable love? Lovely viewers, as this scene continues to unfold, it's clear that the power dynamics of their relationship have shifted completely. Joong and his family are now at her mercy, placing the future in her hands, while the world watches with bated breath.